one of the pillars of Mosaic is to create affordable mixed income development. A lot of what gets built these days is either focused on either side of the segment, either segment of the market, luxury or affordable. So how are you achieving the goal of mixed income housing in Philadelphia?
It's a great question. Thank you. And that is something primarily that Mosaic has focused on in creating mixed income and mixed use projects, because we also truly believe that this is not just a housing crisis, this is a job creation and entrepreneurship and business creation issue as well. Because if you can create the commercial portion too, you're also feeding families. You know, you're giving people jobs, you're giving people quality goods and services that they need in these neighborhoods. For us, our preference is not to isolate affordability or to group affordability. We think we need to really promote inclusiveness so that everyone is living together. Not always the easiest thing to figure out economically, because a lot of these programs, and I'm talking about neighborhoods where public subsidy is going to be required. You're not getting the top rent that you're getting in Center City or in neighborhoods that are fully established like a Northern Liberty. So when you also have to find programs that play nice in the sandbox, because they typically don't always. They're not on the same cycle of applications. They don't always, like I said, work well together, so you can use some and then not others, so you can't marry everything together. But we have really worked very, very hard to figure out what can work together. We have not been primarily low-income housing tax credit developers. We did one at 7th and Lehigh for veterans, and that was really our only LIHTC deal. We have typically used new market tax credits and leveraged those in a way to be able to bring affordability to our projects, but let them be mixed income. So just as you talked about AMI, we'll have a blend of, 40 to 60%. Case in point, Sharswood Ridge, for anyone that knows that project at 21st and Ridge, we have 30% of those units that are in the 40 to 60% AMI. We've got another 30% of those that are at 80% AMI, and then the rest are considered market rate. Now, market rate is from neighborhood to neighborhood in the city, right? What market rate is at 21st and Ridge is not market rate in Fishtown. So you really have to know what that particular market is. I think those apartments that we're considering market rate are at about 90 to 100% AMI. We can't even reach 120% AMI in that neighborhood. So for us, we're crossing all of those AMIs in that project effectively. 98 units, we only have 7 more to lease, and we literally do have that blend. Now, let me say this. The only way that we achieve that is, one, by using the new market tax credits. It was also an opportunity zone location, so we were able to achieve private equity at a little bit of a more desirable IRR rate. And this was also a partnership with the Philadelphia Housing Authority. They brought in the debt at a low interest rate to make that project work. So you need that kind of creativity to make projects like this work. So, kudos to PHA that they had a comprehensive plan for that neighborhood, and they stepped up and they wanted to see this project work. But it takes that kind of creativity and that kind of public-private partnership to make these types of projects work.